valence electron pair repulsion theory. Okay, valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Now let us see the most important formula regarding this theory, that is steric number formula. So what does this formula say? That is number of surrounding atoms plus half into total number of valence electron on the central atom, that is total number of valence electron on central atom minus valency of total surrounding atom. Okay, valency of total surrounding atom. So this is the steric number formula, but it has a modification according to the ions or cations and anions. So let us assume it is S, it is CV, and it is SV, that is surrounding atom valence. So if we write it now, so S plus half into CV minus SV minus of, now here that's one extra thing for the cations or anions, that is charge of that cation or anion with numerical value. You have to remember with the numerical value and the sign. So if a cation is added here, so cation has plus value, so it will remain minus. But if an anion is added here, then it will be plus, because minus minus plus. Okay, so this is the steric number formula. Now we are going to learn how to use this formula. So first, let's see it for NH3. So okay, so just see how I deduct the steric number from it, and you will learn everything from this chapter while I'm learning the steric number, if you hear it very carefully. Okay, so let's start. So steric number formula, then we have to see how many surrounding atoms are there. So here we can see N has 3 surrounding atoms. Okay, so 3 plus, then half into valence electrons on the central atom. So how many valence electron of nitrogen? That means nitrogen has valency 5, so valence electron will be 5. Okay, now total number of valency of the surrounding atom. So valency of H is, we know 1, so there are 3 H surrounding nitrogen, so it will be 3 into 1 3, so here we will write 3. Now this is a neutral atom, it is not a cation or anion, so there will be no charge added minus or plus. So let us see what it comes. So 5 minus 3, it is 2, so it will come 3 plus 1. Now I am gonna show you another example to compare it between two, and then I am gonna teach you what is its significance. Okay, so let us see for CH4. Okay, it has also H, so it will be easy to understand for you guys. So here surrounding atom is 4 plus half into carbon has, we all know it has valency 4, so here is also 4 into 1 will be 4, that is the total valency of the surrounding atoms, so it will come 4 plus 0, right? So here we didn't write 4, that is we have one special cause for this. You know that we are gonna see how many lone pairs and how many bond pairs are there. So what is lone pair, what is bond pair? That is, I'm going to elaborate it, but just for now, just know that if we draw figure of NH3 here, so it will have a pair of electrons like this. So we call this lone pair. Okay, and the electrons which are bonded to any other atoms, that will be called bond pair. So from this formula, if you don't add it up, so you can just see after this 3 plus 1 there is one lone pair. So you can easily in exam, just by concluding the steric number like this, okay, you can just easily say that how many lone pair and how many bonds pair are there. So in need they ask you increase, arrange, they will give you 3 or 4 atoms and or molecules, then they ask you that arrange them in increasing or decreasing order of lone pairs. Now in 5 or 6 elements they have given you, you are going to write their structure, then you are going to count them. That will be very time consuming. So it is advisable that you just conclude the steric number like this, and you will get to see how many lone pair or bond pair it has. Okay, so you can see that here CH4 has no lone pair according to this steric number, right? So you will also see when you will draw its structure that it has practically no lone pair. So here steric number formula is correct, right? This number formula will now discuss lone pair and bond pair, and then show you a table where you can uh, learn how to use this steric number formula more effectively. Okay, so let us start the lone pair bond pair thing. So the lone pair of an electron, lone pair of an electron, okay, is under the influence of central atom. Okay, now why is that? Because which it electrons or cloud that is more expanded. Okay, that means because its electron cloud is more expanded. So in bonding pair, electron is shared by 2 atoms, so its size of the electron cloud will be less, right? So repulsion of lone pair is greater than repulsion of lone pair bond pair, greater than of bond pair bond pair. Okay. Now here we are gonna see a table format, and I am gonna teach you how to use steric formula. So let's see. First write molecule type, then steric number, then our hybridization, I am writing is hybrid, and then our geometry, then comes shape. Okay, so let's start with molecule type AB2, that is our BeCl2. We have already seen it hybridization, but I'm just gonna explain your steric number here and how you conclude the other things from this in exam that I will teach you. Okay, so number of surrounding atoms is 2 plus half into B has valency 2, and total number of valency of surrounding atoms, that is chlorine in that is 1, that is 1 into 1, 1 into 2 2. So it will be come like this. Okay, so hybridization will be sp, geometry will be linear, and shape will be linear. Now many of you are thinking that what is the difference between geometry and shape? Both are the same. No, geometry and shape are not same. Geometry is what you are thinking of a molecule shape including lone pair, and in shape you are excluding lone pair. Okay, so it is a great difference. You will see in upcoming molecules what is the main difference. So the next molecule we are going to discuss, that is AB3 type, that is our BCl3. Okay, So here you can also see 3 surrounding atom in plus half into 3 is its valency. So and minus 3 it will be, so it will come like this. So what will be its um, hybridization? That will be sp2. That tree we know trigonal planar. Here it will also be trigonal planar. Okay, but what happens when it becomes ab2l? Okay, so let us see an example of that. You can also remember the example, so you can easily just deduct anything from it. So just let us see. So how many surrounding atoms are we seeing here in SO2? So there is 2 surrounding atoms plus half into, what is the valency of S here? You can guess, that is 6. Okay, so and we know that oxygen has single valency -2 or 2. So this O is O2 here, so it will be 2 into 2, that is 4. Okay, so it will come 2 plus 1. So as you can see, this SO2 has one lone pair. Okay, so its hybridization will be sp2 and geometry will be trigonal planar, but its shape will be bent here. Okay, because it has a lone pair. So if trigonal planar has a geometry like this, so if one of the pair bond is excluded, so what will be it like? It will be bent shape, right? The molecule is the bond is removing from here, so it will be bent shape. Okay, then we go to next molecules. So next is our, let us write on again molecule type, steric number, hybridization, geometry, shape. Okay, so next molecule is our AB4, that is our CH4. So 4 plus half into 4 minus 4. Okay, you are getting it. So it will be sp3. Geometry will be our tetrahedral, shape also tetrahedral. Bond angle we all know 109.28 degree. Okay, so for the next type it will be ab3l, that is our nh3. So 3 plus half into 5 minus 3, that will be 3 plus 1, that is it has one lone pair. So what happens, its hybridization and geometry remains same. Okay, but in case of shape, I'm telling you, what was tetrahedral like this, right? It is tetrahedral shape, we all know. This upper bond which is bonded to H in case of CH4, in NH3 it will not be found. So what happens, it will form a molecule like this. Okay, so I have told you that shape is excluding the lone pair, so we are excluding the lone pair here, so it will form a shape like this. So what is this shape? We know it is pyramidal shape. Okay, so here its bond angle is also less, that is 107 degree. And why is this less than the previous one? I'm going to explain it to you in our bond angle explanation. So wait for that. Ab2L2 is our next, that is our H2O. So in case of H2O, we can see that its surrounding atom is 2 plus half into valency of central atom. No, this has valency of 6 oxygen, and it will be into minus 2. So half 2 plus it will be 4. So half 2, 2 plus 2. So here you can see it has two lone pairs. Okay, so now another bond from here is excluded. So the shape will come like this for oxygen, for our H2O. So what is this shape called? This shape is called V shape, but its hybridization will be sp3 and geometry will be tetrahedral. But I have told you that shape is excluding the lone pair. So H2O has two lone pairs. If we exclude lone pair, so it will come V shape. But if we include lone pair, so the geometry will come tetrahedral. Okay, but shape is excluding lone pair, so it will come V shape. So its bond angle, what will be that? It will be even lesser than nitrogen. That will be 104.5 degree. Okay, so let's go for the next type. That is our AB5. Now this type has many subtypes. We'll see that. First, let us see its standard type. That is 5 minus 5 will be 5 plus 0. So here see, it has no lone pair, so its hybridization will be sp3d. Geometry we all know, trigonal bipyramidal. Okay, I am writing in short form, trigonal bipyramidal. So shape will also be that, trigonal bipyramidal. Okay, but what happens when a lone pair is come into action? So this type of molecule is called AB4L. So it is given an example SF4. So what happens? 4 surrounding atoms plus 6 minus 4. So it will be 4 plus 1. So we can see it is one lone pair. So hybridization geometry will be same. But what happens if it is a lone pair? So its shape come like this. Okay, because it has lost a lone pair. So it will be like this, because here it will be one lone pair, but for shape we are excluding it. So for the shape it will become seesaw. Okay, the shape is called seesaw. I'm gonna just draw for you the shape of this PCl5. Okay, so we are seeing that this bond is removing because it has lone pair here, so its shape comes seesaw. 3L2. Okay, that will be our ClF3. That is, it will be the lone pair. That will be 3 plus half into, here we know it has 7, so it will be 3. So 3 plus 2, that means it has two lone pairs. Now here another bond is excluded from here. Okay, so what will be its shape gonna become then? Let's see that it will have this kind of shape. Okay, now from here, okay, you can see that I'm just writing in two-dimensional here. But if you see, it has two lone pairs, right? So it will be repulsing it. So it becomes like this. So it calls bent T shape. Okay, not just only T shape, called bent T shape because of the repulsion of the lone pair. But its hybridization will be sp3d and geometry will be trigonal bipyramidal. Okay. So next, let us see the next type of molecule, that is Ab2L3. That is our ZdF2 and I3 minus. So here remember the examples also, because they just directly ask you from examples. So let us see the value, what will it come? So 2 plus 3, because if you calculate that it will be 2 plus 3. I'm just directly writing it here. So here 3 lone pairs is present. So you can see that if it has 3 lone pairs, so another bond is excluded. So what happens? It becomes flat or linear. Okay, so its shape becomes linear here. So what are the shapes we have seen here according to this? So for ClF3, it's bent T shape. So diagonal bipyramidal is one shape, seesaw is one shape, bent T shape is one shape, linear is one shape. So you have to remember it very carefully. Okay. So let's see the last type. That is our AB6. So next type is our AB6 type. Okay. So its steric number is, let us see an example. SF6 we all know. So it will come 6 plus 0. So hybridization we all know. It will come sp3d2. So what will be the geometry? That will be square pyramidal, square bipyramidal, or octahedral bipyramidal. Now we are writing square bipyramidal here, and shape is also will be square bipyramidal. Okay. So what happens? Just let us draw the shape of this. Okay. So it is square bipyramidal. You can see. So next will be our ABL, AB5L. Okay. So an example of one of this is ZDO F4. So its steric number I'm gonna show you how to put it. So 5 plus half into here 8, because ZD has valency of 8 because 8 electrons are there in outer orbital. So O has valency 2, 4, and fluorine has valency 1, so 4 into 1, 4, that means 5 plus 1. So it has one lone pair. So its hybridization will be sp3d2 square bipyramidal will be its geometry. But what will be its shape? That is, this one bond is excluded from it. So its shape will come like this. Okay. It will have this square platform here. Okay. It will be ZD O F4, just like this. So it is also square pyramidal, but does it have two pyramids here? No, just one pyramid. So we are gonna write like that: square pyramidal only, not bipyramidal. Square pyramidal, because it has a lone pair here. Okay. So next is our and last type, that is AB4L2. So here you can see it. Its example is ZD. So it will be steric number will come, that is 4 plus 2. That means it has two lone pairs. So its hybridization will be sp3, geometry will be square bipyramidal, but here another bond is excluded from here, axial position. So what will be its shape will be like? It will be like flat square platform, right? Because two pyramids from where the pyramid is formed, that bond is excluded. So we call it square planar. Okay. So here our basic peer theories ended.
To learn difficult concept of physics, chemistry and biology within few minutes to crack NEET and JEE with fun, like, share and subscribe our new YouTube channel Shantu. You will get conceptual videos, highly effective notes, short tricks, mock tests and much more. Hope we shall meet there.